Hey everybody, I'm just jumping on really super fast. So I just got done showing a new client, a buyer, about 4 properties this morning. This is our second time going out. Earlier this week I showed them 2 properties, and the reason why we had to go back out today is because he found a property that he liked on Tuesday. I believe it was Tuesday night. And it needed some help. It needed a rehab, a little bit of rehab, a little bit of a facelift, nothing major though. So the house was priced really, really good for the work that it needed to be done, but he wanted to negotiate more. So he offered a really low number. And I gave the offer, we wrote it up, everything. I gave it to the buyer, or the seller agent, and the seller never countered back. And then amongst the 24-hour period, somebody else put an offer in, and they got the house. Now, 2 little problems. The seller never countered back. We were ready to counter back. We already had another number in mind, but my client wanted to start on the low side. So anyway, the agent told me they accepted this other offer, and I said to him, well, why didn't you counter back? And he says, oh, the seller feels that you offered such a low price that your client, my buyer, wasn't willing to negotiate. Which in the email I put, wordage that we would be willing to negotiate. Anyway, so I said, are you under contract? When are you fully executed? How long is your contingency for your inspection? It's 10 days, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, he asked me what we were willing to counter back at, and I told him, I was honest. I told him the number. He's mad at himself because the offer that he took is less than the offer that we were going to come back at. So, which now my client is shooting himself in the foot. He's very mad at himself for lowballing to begin with and not presenting the offer that he would have gone with. And 2, shame on that seller's agent for not countering back and not pushing his seller to counter back. You have to counter back. Anyway, that's how my morning went. And then I showed him this morning 4 or 5 properties. He likes one, so we're going to start the process all over again. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, that's my Saturday morning rant. Now I'm on my way to an open house that I'm hosting in Loxahatchee. Great house, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1.3 acres, super nice, fully fenced, end of the street. I'll send some video on here. All right, bye.